Welcome to our podcast. I'm Iris from the Hair Chapel in Brisbane. We know hair, we understand business, and we drink wine.
My name's Meg, owner of Era Hair in Brisbane. Also, we're here to have fun. We're here to laugh about the sad truth and reality of running business, running our chaotic lives, and making it all work.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Hello, Talia. How are you?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Good, very well. We've got our beautiful Talia here, and Talia is from our Social Mums Club, and we're wearing pink for the occasion. I dressed up for the occasion as well. And today we're going to talk about really the importance of a business, i.e., in my case, a hairdressing salon, being part of a local community. Now, tell me a little bit about, first of all, because there's like 3 groups of what you have, the social mum clubs. Tell me a bit about that.
Yeah, cool. Firstly, thanks for having me today. It's
You're
lovely
welcome.
to chat with you. Social Mums Club, we exist to improve the lives of mums through human connection in an increasingly lonely world. So that's our why, right down to our core. We are a free community for mums to connect with other local ladies of all ages and parenting stages, make those local connections. So we know that, we understand as mums ourselves too, that being a mum, no matter the stage of life that you're in, can be really isolating sometimes, and you can find yourself alone and, deprioritise. You put your family first, and social anxiety is a really big thing these days. It's massive. So we are there to try and help mums feel safe. We have a loved, trusted brand ourselves in the community where ladies feel safe, that they can come out to hosted meetups, events of smaller sizes, where they can feel welcome and safe to come out and, brave the scary world again, like after COVID or whatever. So, we love what we do, and that's first and foremost where it starts. And a lot of us are women in business too. And I guess being a social mums club brand, we're pink, we're positive, inclusive, all these things. But being a woman in business, women in business need social connection as well ourselves, right? Like we are often stretched so thin between our families, our work life, all these things, and we do put ourselves and our own mental health and well-being to the bottom, to the base. So we know as Social Mums Club representatives in the community that it's so important for mums in general and mums in business, it may be even more so sometimes, that you need that level of connection. So that's first and foremost sort of where it starts. And then the value of community and being part of your local community as a business, a local business and brand in the local area is so important. We exist to sort of help ladies or help local businesses step out from behind their desk or their, inside their, in their home, if it's an online business, whatever, and make those connections for their own self and their own, health and well-being, but also it just has miles of benefit for them as a business.
So it's basically a complete built-in community ready for you to start.
Yeah, for sure.
And that is what I find really attractive to what you guys do. So going back to the social mum aspect of things, I think one of the things that you guys do so well is go into businesses and create events where you bring those mums that you were talking about, the lonely mums, the mums that doesn't mean that they haven't got a supporting family. That's not necessarily what we're saying. But like you say, mums do nothing for themselves, and then giving them the opportunity to maybe come to our salon and get pampered for a few hours or the events. It's a built-in clientele right there for you for the grabbing.
Yeah, that's it. And we do a lot of free events in each local area each month. So tapping into those events. The events and meetups are there first and foremost for ladies to connect and make those friendships on similar interests that they may have and at different life stages sort of thing. But when we can combine those events and bring ladies to our local businesses, that's when the magic can happen too. And it's so powerful. So obviously most of our ladies that come to our events with our businesses come for the mum connection and the added value that they're getting, or the from coming to that particular event. So we might have a guest speaker on health or wellness or women's health or whatever, or if we're coming to a local salon, like they are having connection, which we are all lacking, oftentimes, but also in this case, a pamper, and where we might not make time to do that. So when you can, I think it's really powerful when you can connect two things. So there's, it's like going to the gym with a friend.
Yeah.
You're always going to get so much more from that than going on your own or going for a walk on your own. If you can do that with a friend, or you go into a salon and you're having a pamper and making friends at the same time, like you're going to walk out with your cup feeling
so much
so
better.
much fuller.
Yeah, definitely. None of this would be possible with our amazing sponsors, NAC.
And either would great hair.
Do you want to be part of a great hair care range, education team, and community? Go to their website, nachair.com.au. So in our industry for the moment, there's becoming a really big divide. The salons who are really, really busy and the salons who are not necessarily so busy. And there's a lot of talk about, I'm not busy, where do you find clients? And this is basically now talking about the sponsorship. How can we become part of something that's so amazing like yourself? Because you have got a built-in audience right there, right?
Yeah.
So if you're a small business owner, i.e. a hairdresser, but it could be another business as well, then it's so important to be seen in your local community, but also be proactive in your social community. So people can see, oh my God, she participates in this, she does that. They do all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And they're gonna gravitate more to a brand that they can see appearing all the time in socials, in good efforts, and so on and so forth. So what is it exactly that a salon can do or a business can do to become part of that sort of sponsorship?
Yeah, so really good question. I think first and foremost, it's really important to think through who are my target customers and where are they? Where do they hang out? So whether that be online, like which platforms are they on? What age group is your, are you, hairdressers, depending on your age of your clientele, on average, they might be hanging out in a bit of TikTok and Instagram, but then you might also have the, the Facebook,
Absolutely.
those sort of older ladies, whatever. But also, so that's online, but also looking at where are those ladies in real life, out in the community, and then getting yourself comfortable, which can be really hard sometimes, to get out and connect with them in a very real, in-person, IRL manner these days. That's really important. So we love to create those in-person opportunities wherever we can through our events, but also just encouraging our business partners, our business sponsors to see where are those people hanging out, but also how can I not just thinking about sales, like how can I sell to them?
No.
What value can
you
I
bring
give to them that makes them have increased knowledge, trust, and love of your business. So that's really, so I guess, we all, as mums in business or anyone in business, you're good at doing what you do, which is often why you end up running a business. You're a good hairdresser or a builder or, a good sparky, whatever, and then you think, I'll do it on my own and have flexibility. So you go and do that. But you may not necessarily, naturally be the best business person, but you've got to learn that as well.
Absolutely, yes.
So, it's just kind of looking at... looking at your business in a bit of a different mindset too. So not just I'm a business and I need to sell my stuff. Really changing your mindset to I need to build a brand in the local community, and that's where we really come in. And we've got a couple of different ways that we aim to do that. But just that mindset change. So building brand is really, to us, really means being more visible, like you said, getting out and about. But having a visual look and feel that people recognise, that's consistent and it shows up. So for us, it's pink. We're always in pink, the lady in pink. And, being kind and inclusive and supportive and uplifting. That's how we want people to feel and all of that. But just thinking about, your visual aspects of your brand, how you feel about your business and how you want other people to feel about your brand, getting out, being more visible, being consistent, and then looking at, you know, where your customers are, and if they happen to be mums between the age of, say, 30 to 50, or, you know, broader. Our average age is 30 to 50, but we have a lot of ladies 50 plus in our community too. Then, you know, potentially Social Mums Club could be a good option for that business where, you know, if you were a sponsor of our community, it means we can promote you in the local area, talk about you, work with you, do events with you, for example, and you can sort of tap into that community too. There may be other community groups too that best fit your business as well, but sort of tapping into those, being present, consistent, showing up, building a brand, and then I guess like we also have an offering for smaller businesses who may not be at the more mature or been around for 5 to 10 years. Say they may just be starting out, and we help smaller local businesses really refine their brand. Offering, like who they are, really get crystal clear on who they are, who they're for, who they're not for, all of this, and then fine tune their customer journey, fill those gaps and those leak holes, so that when customers come through to them, they're not falling through the gaps, and they've got the best chance to convert those customers into, or those leads into customers and sales.
And that is very important, because at the end of the day, if you start off, and you mentioned that. I started off my own business because I'm a great hairdresser, and now I'm creative. And the majority of people that start their own salon look at, oh my God, I can do this on my own. But
there's so much more to it.
And it's about the difference between running a business and they go into a business and they start, and then after a while they get unstuck and they're like, oh, I'm not making any money. I'm this, I'm that. But that's because you're working 2 jobs now. You are fully working on getting those clients done, but then you're running a business as well, which are 2 aspects to completely different. And it's very important to outsource where you can. But not everybody, as they start up, have really got that brand identity or really have the know-how on how to set that all up. They have a vision, but in order to mature that, it can cost quite a lot of money, and it's also not always the ability to get like an expensive business coach or anything like that. So to be part of something like a small community like yourself and teaching small brands how to find their way in the area that
they a strong foundation to kind of build from is really cool. And community, we're learning more now. I feel like it's being talked a bit more now. More research has been coming out that connection and community is one of the, is I think the leading aspect for longevity in our lives. So us as humans, we need connection. We need it to our core in some form. And, without that, our brains, if we're feeling isolated, like our brains, see that as a threat. And then we get feelings of depression and anxiety and sleeplessness and things like this. So we need connection. So I think just in community, and coming into a world soon where AI is going to be taking over more and more, like these, where you can connect IRL with your customer, potential customers these days as a real human, and be authentic and vulnerable and real and present and consistent. These are the things that are going to cut through all the noise.
Do you want to run your salon with confidence?
Then you have to come to me. I run an 8-week program from booked out boss to fired up salon owner. Go to my website, saloncoachingbiz.com, and you can book a complimentary, no obligation consultation with myself for a business analysis. So you mentioned about being like lonely as a mom sometimes, but I think sometimes as a business owner, it can be very lonely as well. Even definitely if you're a solopreneur, if you're on your own, you don't have that community, and you need that to be surrounded by that community. But also if you've got a team, sometimes as the boss, it can be
you can't talk about all the things with yourself.
That's exactly right. So you do need to have that community around you. And I think so many people who go into business feel so isolated after a while. And we have that now in the hairdressing industry, where people who became solopreneurs have now gone back into the hairdressing salon because they feel so isolated, they feel so alone. So that is very important. And yeah, like you said, we talk again about that build-in community.
Yeah.
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 So then the other thing that we did earlier this week was it? Yeah, it was this week. No, it was last week already.
Friday,
Yeah.
yes.
I went to one of the workshops and I thought that was absolutely amazing. Obviously, it came hand in hand with what we were talking about on
Yeah.
our podcast as well.
Yeah.
But for a
Good
lot of
timing.
people, it was a lot of aha moments in there.
Yeah.
Like we had basically much of it already in place.
Yeah.
But those particular events that you put on for the business owners,
Yeah.
we're talking for the
Yeah.
business owners. Oh my God, I think they are such a great value.
Yeah, yeah. Again, so what you're talking about is our local brand network, which we've just launched in the Redlands here in October, which is really exciting. These are monthly in-person facilitated modules each month where we work through a sales and marketing aspect that helps you refine or develop or refine your customer journey and sales funnel, working through aspects of like reviewing your homepage, your SEO, really defining your brand, which is what we've been talking a lot about, and all these really cool different things, email journeys and things. But yeah, the really powerful thing about it is bringing local business owners together. So we're for not just women in business, for the local brand network is for men as well.
Yeah.
But we obviously will attract a lot of women because of our branding. But yeah, the powerful thing about it is just bringing local business owners together who share a common desire to connect and also share insights and that with each other, ideas, collaborate. So you're learning and upskilling in these in a professional development sense on your business, but also, really connecting. So you're getting that personal connection and co-regulation and cup filling that you're getting from that, but also, bouncing ideas off and connections in that, in a small group environment, which is, really, really powerful for local business owners. So I guess our Social Mums Club, we're there right down to our core. Connection is the key thing, whether it's for our mums or our mums with our businesses, local businesses, or local business to local business, and we
think,
just love it.
Yeah, and I think that is the trickle down theory, so to speak, that you help. You think you're helping the mums, but
that's where it started. But then it's actually
just such a amazing project in its whole identity, because you've got like you're learning as a business, so you become part. You sign up for the sponsorship. Obviously, it's like a membership that you pay for that. It's not a free service, but it's worth every penny, because if you think about what you're getting back to it for it, you need one client a month in order to recuperate the money from that. But then the knowledge that, well, in my case, that's the case. But the knowledge that you then get for the business know-how, and then
so much added value there that you get for it. And the other thing too, like we know, we all know that as business owners that mums are the most powerful consumer group in Australia. Like, I don't know if we've all often maybe thought about that, but it is really interesting. And so it's super important that any local business and local brand that you're trying to build connects with the mum community in some way, because whether it be, property maintenance or, things for your family, health for your family, things like that, the mums are the ones that pick up the phone, make the call, organise the plumber, whatever. It's often us that do that. So, firstly, really powerful customer base, consumer base. Secondly, when we're looking at word of mouth, so the power of connecting with your community and what that translates to in terms of sales is you will get a much stronger conversion to sale from that lead that you're getting, because it's come through a connected source. So, mums talk, and that word of mouth, positive word of mouth is so powerful. So 90% of consumers look to what their friend, or potential buyers look to what their friends say, and they'll go where their friends have gone or where they recommend, and that's so high, 90%. So and then 70% too look for online reviews. So we're really there to help, to connect local ladies that with each other, so they're all talking about you, bring them to your business, and then that power of that
Communication,
in-person verbal reference is so super, super powerful.
On that note, one of the things that I have found that is very strong
Yeah.
in the community is obviously we've got our Facebook groups that
Yeah.
are online, like different mum groups,
Yeah.
different Facebook groups. And obviously I'm going to talk about my experience here. For different businesses, it can be different. But definitely hairdressing is a very personal thing. And when
is,
people
yes.
go on one of the groups, it doesn't have to be a mum group, any group in
Yeah.
the Redlands, and they say, oh, I'm looking for a hairdresser, then all of a sudden, all these social mums or all these people go, the hair chapel, the hair chapel, the hair
Yeah,
chapel, the
yeah,
hair chapel.
yeah.
So the way that we are all of a sudden represented is completely different than what the person who has to represent themselves, they have
You've got like a community talking about you and,
Yeah.
and referring you and
Yeah.
which
and that
which
is that
really
word
cool.
of mouth. It's
Yeah.
not necessarily like you friend to friend word of mouth. It's like, oh no, my hairdresser. Like I'm from this mum's group and my hairdresser, and you have to go to her.
If you love your
Yeah.
hairdresser, you don't want to move, right? You don't want to find a new one.
No.
Like when you lose one, you're like, oh my gosh, where am I going to go now?
Yeah.
And so when you find a good one, you want to talk about that and you can't stop talking about
Yeah.
it. So yeah, it's super, super powerful. So you find that the customers or clients that you get through from personal references like that are the most sticky as well. So
Yeah.
they will retain and stay as clients or customers the longer too than a lead that's just come through from a paid Facebook ad, for example, because there's no connection there.
No.
It's just connected. There's no, context there
Yeah.
for them.
I think, and that is so important again to have that community that's already set out for you. And
Yeah.
you, as a small business, if you can tap into that ready-made community already there and can outsource that,
Yeah.
so you don't have to be, like you say, on
Yeah.
Instagram, on
Yeah.
Facebook, constantly promoting yourself. It's that first thing that you can outsource, and I think that is one of the most important things when you run
Yeah.
a business.
Yeah.
Is what do I outsource the most? Because you've got to look at your time as a business owner. You have to look, okay,
Do it all.
do it all.
Yeah.
And then people need to, you can't cut out your clients straight away because that's where your money comes from.
Yeah.
But something like that is
Yeah.
the first step
Yeah.
to promote yourself in a way that is taken off your hands whilst
A
you're
little
learning.
bit, yeah. And we do love to do it in collaboration with our businesses too, to enhance that and kind of build that brand alignment as well and work together on it because it's super powerful. So yeah, it's just another avenue to kind of add to what you're doing, which is really great.
Now, obviously, you're my representative for my
Yeah.
area. So we are part of the Redlands, but there's a couple of people in the Redlands. Now, let's now talk about something completely different and really talk about the growth of the people that are coming on board to become leaders like yourself within the Social Mums group.
Yeah.
Because is it correct that it's one of the biggest growing franchises in Australia?
It's growing pretty super fast right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Kirsty Foster founded it and founded the company or the business 5 or 6 years ago in Bayside. So I was their first franchisee that took the leap to jump in and buy in to the business, and I own and run 2 of the clubs in the Redlands. So when I started a year and a half ago, we had 14,000 mums in our community and 6 clubs. We now have, there'll be 28 by the end of the year, and 30,000 or 32,000 mums now in our broader community, which is super, super cool. We've got a couple on the north side, quite a lot saturated through sort of southeast Brisbane, and then a few on the Gold Coast. One's popped up in WA just recently, another one in Melbourne. So we're growing really fast, but it's a great opportunity for mums who need to juggle family life and have a skill set that can match what we do. So obviously it's a really broad skill set that we sort of need to do this too. So for me, I've come from like business management, sales, a little bit of marketing, things like that. And, being a mum and, you can sort of quite naturally do the event side of it and the connection side. But then obviously we have relationships with local businesses and networking and, being part of the Chamber of Commerce and going to different networking groups and just getting as into the community as we can. It's really
The other
cool.
thing is as well, because you're expanding so much, for the moment it's becoming, it is a very local known network.
Yeah.
But people underestimate the power of people moving from one area to another area
Yes, and then-
having to
yes.
find a hairdresser because
Yep.
everybody panics finding a
Yep.
new hairdresser, finding a new doctor, finding a new dentist.
Yep.
So again, if you're already part of that group, then you move to another suburb.
You're
or
gonna
you-
look for that
you're gonna
again,
go,
right,
Yeah,
yeah.
you just have to go online on the little app,
Yeah.
on the little
Yeah.
pink book and
Yeah.
go, ooh, hairdresser. Yeah, I know
Yeah.
I can trust that brand.
Yeah.
Boom, tick.
That's
and
it,
that
yeah.
is just so, again, powerful and
Makes
takes
it
that
so much easier. And that's why we put that in there because, all of the mums that join our community, they're lonely, isolated, deprioritised, but they also might be new to the area. They don't know where to go for trusted services. So, yeah, that's why we have the Little Pink Book for Mums, which has hundreds of businesses in it, local businesses, broken down by category. So whatever you're looking for, tradies, hairdressers, self-care, family health, things like that, they're all there in one place.
The
And we
other-
don't just work with anyone. Like, we're really
yes.
particular who we will work with because we have a trusted, loved brand, and we want to make sure that we work with businesses who already have a great reputation that we can help enhance and build on that together.
Yeah. The other thing is as well, you don't have like 20 hairdressers in there either.
No.
So
Yeah.
I thought that was very important. So we are the one in our area.
Yep.
There is no other hairdresser.
Yep.
So if you are
Yeah.
special enough to be chosen by the Social Mums
Yeah.
Club to come on board,
Yeah.
that is why it's so powerful because it's not like, oh yeah, you've got 10 hairdressers to
Yeah.
choose from. It's one hairdresser. So all of this social
All of the
mum group
attention and
goes to
all of our
us.
talking. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that is a great way to, end our little podcast. And I think it's very important, again, the power of mums, the power of connection, the power of community.
Yes.
And if you guys want to know anything more on how to
Yeah.
become part of it, we'll have the details on the...
Yeah, you can check out our website. Everything's on our website too,
Yeah, and-
www.socialmumsclub.com. You can look, there's a page for business owners, the little pink book you can access there, or you can join your local community as a mum. And, we really encourage our business ladies to be part of our community too.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. Well, guys,
Thank you so much
You're
for having
more
me.
than
It was
welcome.
lovely to chat.
nice to
Thank
chat.
you.
And follow us, comment, and like us. See you later. Bye.